Anyway, top 5 shooting guards in the NBA. I want you to go first.
All right. So just for, we've been over this topic a bunch of times. James Harden is currently officially listed as a point guard and has been playing predominantly point guard. If he is considered a shooting guard, he is number one. I still have Klay Thompson at number 2. Let me see. Number 3, I probably would say CJ McCollum.
Mm.
Donovan Mitchell is up there.
Mm.
Luka Doncic is listed as a small forward, but he plays the 2 guard a lot. Buddy Hield is up there these days. I don't know. Honestly, and Bradley Beal is up there. I feel like after James Harden and Klay Thompson, it feels like a pick'em to me. So like,
well, it must be one guy you must obviously consider a small forward. Well, I guess he does start at small forward.
Jimmy Butler, you talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
about.
Yeah,
well, he plays so much small forward, and he guards small forwards a lot. Like,
Jimmy guards whoever is the dude that can score on the team.
Yeah, but no, if I don't know if I would have Jimmy top 5 the way he's playing this season
as a shooting guard.
I mean, he's up there. He's up there. That's what I'm saying, though. Like
I told you, y'all know I don't like Jimmy Butler.
Yeah,
but I ain't gonna sit up here and act like he's not.
Well, the thing is, defensively, he's up there. I consider him more of a small forward, but he's an interchangeable one. It's almost like Luka Doncic to a degree. Luka Doncic is a 2-3. He can play either position fine. The skill sets translate over, so it's really hard to say. And that's the thing is, like, in the positionless basketball era, because Paul George, I think he was started out as a shooting guard. You know what I mean? So James Harden's supposed to be a shooting guard. Like every shoot. In fact, Devin Booker has been playing a lot of point guard the last couple of years. He's spent a lot of time.
But I think he's doing that because they just don't have a point guard.
Yeah. So it really is. It depends on who you consider a shooting guard. It's it's almost like I would rather answer the best swing. Swing position is a little easier. But if you were talking about, that's why the list that I made was the way that I made it, because it's guys who always play shooting guard or only considered shooting guards. And these days, a lot of those guys are a little bit of the shorter guys who can't play point guard. So your CJ McCollums, your Donovan Mitchells, your Bradley Beals. These are all guys who are shooting guards, only shooting guards. Jimmy Butler could play an entire season as small forward and nothing would change.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, as long as he's with Philly, that's pretty much what he will be playing small forward.
Correct.
Because of JJ Redick. So
and nothing hasn't changed Jimmy Butler at all. He's doing the same stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because I mean the 2 and the 3 are pretty much interchangeable depending on the offense, but it depends on the team. Like it's not interchangeable if LeBron's on the team because that
Well, he can play the 4. I think it's also about size too. The guys who are over 6'6", they'll move back and forth depending on what's necessary. But the guy, and shout out to Karis LeVert, who's a very, very good young shooting guard. But yeah, that's if it depends on who you consider a shooting guard, because positionless basketball has guys moving around. Also, to mention Chris Middleton again. What position does that guy play? Is he a 2 or 3 or 4?
I think he's definitely a 2. I think he's definitely a 2. Like here's the definition that I'm going by, right? If you look at their starting lineup, the starting lineup of the team that they currently play for now, where do they start in on the team that they currently play for now? So that's kind of what I was thinking with that question, which is the reason why I kind of put some people in a different spot, because I'm like, okay, what position do they play now? So Jimmy would definitely have to be considered a 3 because he plays the 3 in the starting lineup for the team that he's on right now, because JJ Redick starts at the 2.
Mm-hmm.
So that, and for that same reason, what you were talking about with James Harden, to me, that's why James Harden has to be considered a 2, because when his team is together, then he plays a 2. He plays the 2. because Chris Paul starts at the 1, and Chris Paul, you know, I mean, they can interchange and go back and forth, and Chris Paul can play off the ball, and or Harden can play off the either one. But if you break it down by defensive assignment, then Harden is going to have the 2 more than likely, you know, and then Paul is going to have the 1. Paul is definitely going to have the 1 for the most part. He, you know, is not going to guard anybody else. But so yeah, so I don't know. Your 5 was, who was it? Harden.
Well, okay, so Jimmy's not a small forward, right? So
No, Jimmy's a small forward.
I mean, Jimmy's a small forward. So then it's right. Harden, Clay. I really like the way Bradley Beal is playing. I'm going to put him 3rd because his playmaking has gone up, and he's better without John Wall. So I would say he's 3rd. I'll probably go Donovan Mitchell as 4 and CJ McCollum as 5. That'd probably be my 5.
And that's very interesting, because I think our 5s are going to be the most different for this particular position, than any of the other ones. Because for me, I have James Harden number 1. I do have Clay number 2, but from there is where things start to get way different for me. I have Victor Oladipo number 3.
Okay, he's hurt. So the thing is, it's like I'm not. It's the same thing you said. Like you said, Jimmy Butler's not a shooting guard, right? He played shooting guard in Minnesota. That was last year, and the very beginning of this year. So we're grading Jimmy Butler off of what he's doing this year. Victor Oladipo is not going to play for the rest of the year, and he's already missed significant time because he was missing time before he got the serious injury. So I don't even have him on the list. So I would say if he was on the list, then I would have him in my top 5, but I don't consider him on the list. So let's just make your top 5 without guys who ain't gonna play the rest of the
year. So I didn't necessarily mean like, I didn't mean it that way, where people, you had to be playing this year. I mean, if you got hurt this year, I mean, it'd be different if you, like, I don't know. I mean, I can take. I mean, I can. He actually, his shooting was way down this year too. But still, I defensively,
his defense is awesome. But he's out. He's
fantastic. Defense is fantastic. I mean, if I had to grade down, because I would have had him 3rd.
Yeah, something out.
And I would have had 4th. I would have had Drew Holiday.
I like Drew Holiday. I don't like Drew Holiday at shooting guard more than I like Bradley Beal or CJ McCollum.
Yeah, I like Drew because I think he does, like, he can't score quite like McCollum, but he can score well enough. And the defense, I think he's the best defensive 2 guard in the league now. I think he has passed Clay as the best defensive 2 guard in the league. And so I love that part of it. And then he can also distribute. And
he's a point guard by trade up until recently. I still have the reason I have Beal and McCollum above is because their scoring ceiling is higher. And from the 2 guard position, I want scoring first and foremost, defense second, playmaking 3rd, rebounding 4th. And I put the scorers above the guys who can't really put it up like that.
Yeah, I definitely give them the edge in scoring, but as overall, I like Drew. And then I would say my 5th guy would have been CJ McCollum. So then he would go up to 4th. And then, so if I have to bring in a guy, I would actually give, now prepare the hate, prepare it, get the hate ready.
Are you bringing in Derrick Rose?
No.
Zach LaVine?
He's not a shooting. Derrick Rose is not a shooting guard.
You ain't gonna say Zach LaVine, are you?
I'm gonna say Zach LaVine.
Oh my good Lord.
No. Okay. Now, how in the world are you going to tell me that having Zach LaVine as my 6th best shooting guard is a preposterous statement based off of the way he's played this year? How can you say that? How can you say that?
Listen, man, I'm not gonna justify his Chicago craziness, man.
I'm just saying, how can you say that? Like Brad Beal is having a better year statistically. Brad Beal's having a fantastic year. 26 a game, just under 26, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Having a fantastic year, shooting the ball pretty well, 35% from 3, 48% from the field overall. It's having a fantastic year.
Yet you have Zach LaVine above him.
I do have Zach LaVine above him.
How is that? How?
I think that Zach is still a better playmaker than he is. I think that Zach is a more explosive off the dribble. I know Zach is more explosive off the dribble than he is. I think Zach creates his shot better. Zach's shooting better from 3-point range than him. I believe Zach is a better free throw shooter than he is. Um, I, I I think Zach is. I think it's very close. Don't get me wrong. I think it's very close. I think it's very close. But
Wait. You said a better free throw shooter?
I think he shouldn't. I think he might have. I think he
So
might have him.
so one is at 83%, the other one's at 87%.
Yes,
Like
Zach is shooting 86% from free throw line.
86. So 83 and 86%.
That's
I
more,
mean,
isn't it?
it's the fact that you would even bring that up. It's like two
I mean,
guys who
I said
always
it's
hit their free
close
throws.
because it's close. You have to look at things like that because it's very close. It's very close. Deciding the difference is going to be super close. I mean, if somebody said Brad Beal's better, I can't say that that's crazy, but I don't think you can say it's crazy that you put Zach LaVine as the 5th best shooting guard in the league to this year, based off the way he's played.
I think you're Chicago showing.
I mean, how can a dude that's averaging 23?
You say he's a better playmaker and he plays more minutes at the point and he averages less assists.
He also has. Come on, have you seen our team most of the year? Who's he passing to? Markkanen missed almost the entire season. Who's he passing to? I mean, who's he passing to?
There's plenty of people putting up assist numbers.
No, man. He has nobody to pass. He has to create.
Well, who has less to pass to, him or Trae Young? It's comparable, right?
Nah, but Trae Young only has really the one guy. He has the rim runner. But that rim runner is a big deal because he has I mean, Collins is a budding elite level rim runner.
I'm just glad that these things go on the internet so everybody can see what happened.
Just saying, I don't think it's preposterous.
This is just to make up for Dwayne Wade's haircut. That's what's happening.
It is.
Dwayne Wade got the haircut, so now
we have to do something about it.
Guard in the league.
You know that's not crazy.
I apologize.
You know that's not crazy.
I think it is crazy.
How is it crazy? How can a dude that's averaging 23, just under 5 rebounds, just under 5 assists?
How's his defense?
Huh?
How's his defense?
His defense can definitely improve. It's not as bad as it was early in the season, but it can definitely improve.
Who do you think is the best?
At this point,
who's the better defender between him and Bradley Beal?
I think because I don't think that Beal is an outstanding defender.
I mean, he's not Victor Oladipo, but I'm just asking the question.
I don't know. I think I might give Brad Beal an edge because he's physically stronger. But I don't think he's any more of a willing defender than Zach. I mean, Zach plays the passing lanes pretty well, which is still defense.
How come he got less steals than Bradley Beal?
Hey man, I'm just telling you, he plays the passing lanes.
So he scores less. He defends less. He averages less.
No, you cannot say he defends less. You cannot say he defends less. Steals are not an end all be all assessment of how well a person defends. You can't say that. I don't know. I mean, Brad Beal definitely takes care of the ball better too. He takes care of the ball better, but it's a different team. I hope
you're proud of yourself.
It's a different team, man. It's a different team. It's a different team. Look at what Zach has done next to Otto Porter compared to what Brad Beal, and look at the team. Look at the team, man. The Bulls don't have other options, man, outside of Laurie now. And Laurie didn't come until the Bulls season was already dead when Laurie made his debut. I'm just trying to tell you. And you look at the way Zach's playing right now. Have you been looking at what Zach's been doing right now lately? You haven't, have you?
No.
I know you haven't.
No.
So you missed the 42-point game against the Celtics, huh?
Man, you missed that. The Celtics was a mess, letting them fools do. They thought they was going to come in and do whatever they felt like doing. And the Bulls said, no, we showed up to play. And the Celtics was just like, oh, man. And they just didn't do anything.
And Larry
Like,
Markkinen had 35 in that game, too. Markkinen and Levine combined for 77 points.
how did we get – is this a Chicago Bulls topic? Is this
just,
what you do?
We're talking
There's
about
there's nothing relevant about your team aside from the fact that they win in games they ain't supposed to win.
You
And
got
you
that
find
right.
a way.
You got that right. Now that
find a
we
way to
agree
bring them
on.
up.
That we agree on.
Is this how you cope for not getting that diamond, Zach LaVine?
Did you know Zach almost had a bad game against the Bucks, but he almost had a triple-double. 11 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 blocks in a bad game.
How many turnovers?
Yeah, he only had 2 turnovers that game.
Oh, that's good stuff.
And so that's a better than 4-1 assist.
How much Chicago win by?
They lost. They lost to Milwaukee.
Okay.
They lost to Milwaukee, man. They lost to the team. Come on, man. It's Milwaukee. They're 46-14. Everybody else lost to them too.
I would rather, if Chris Middleton is a shooting guard, I would take Chris Middleton over Zach LaVine.
That's because Chris Middleton, they're listing Chris Middleton as a small forward. So
it depends on how you consider him.
Take him out of there. Take him out of there.
You don't want to deal with that reality.
No, I mean,
you know what? I honestly, and I'm not even joking you, I would take Buddy Hield over Zach LaVine.
No, that would be a mistake.
Nah, I got Buddy. I think he's a better shooter.
I think he's a better shooter, but
what's the position called?
Oh, come on now.
That's what I want.
Come on now. You know there's more. You know there's more to this than that.
It'd be different if you were talking about a lockdown defender, right?
But are we discounting the fact that Zach can get to the basket whenever he wants?
But it's not like Buddy can't get to the basket. And the
Buddy
thing is,
can't get to the basket like Zach.
Zach is not, in my opinion, a guy that is consistently breaking down the defense in a way that creates winning basketball. But I think Buddy is a guy that is consistently hitting shots that creates winning basketball. Buddy Hield could catch fire.
Buddy Hield's a good player, but Buddy Hield's effectiveness is more dependent upon his teammates than Zach's is. And that's because
how's Zach being effective when y'all got 16 wins?
Well, I didn't. No. I'm not saying that he's being effective.
You a mess. So Zach is your official number 5 above Bradley Beal.
Yes.
Wow.
Just saying.
Y'all saw it here first.
Just saying.
Quality analysis.
See, you like to give anyone credit who can discredit John Wall. I don't know what happened between you and John Wall. Y'all had a fight somewhere in between Washington, D.C. and New York.
Narratives. Every time I criticize a player.
You said it earlier. I think he's better without John Wall because
he is better without John. He's better without John Wall.
Just you slap. I heard under your breath, you're like, I hate John Wall. I heard that. I heard it.
Do you want your team to trade for John Wall?
Depends on what they give up.
I mean, anybody good?
No, I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want the Bulls to trade anybody from the core at this point. With the addition of Otto Porter, I like the
16 wins. Talking about how his core is untouchable.
I like the mix.
Great John Wall.
I like the mix of what's going on. I do. I would really like for them to draft Ja Morant, but they are currently playing themselves out of that reach right now. Which is stupid, but it is what it is.
Luckily for y'all, we win in a few games too.
Yeah, I know. Mitchell Robinson looks like a freaking maniac.
Well, I tell you.
17 and 14 yesterday.
How many blocks?
5, I think.
I think so. The boy is ridiculous.
Yeah,
I told y'all if I wouldn't be surprised if he was the best or second best big man in the draft, and he is the second best rookie big man right now. Behind DeAndre Ayton. But the thing is, he's the best defensive rookie big man. And in today's league, I think you would rather have a guy who's a rim runner, shot blocker, rebounder than a guy who's a post-up, mid-range shot guy. So until Ayton develops a three-point shot, I think Mitchell Robinson is the kind of center I'd rather have. I'd rather have Clint Capella than Valanciunas. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, I think Ayton is such a good athlete. I think he can be the rare guy that can be a little bit of both. So I think that's the only difference there. But as
Oh,
a
Aiden he should get better. I mean, hopefully he takes the defensive end seriously and rebounds. But
yeah, I think that if the team gets better, I think
maybe
it'll be an easier sell
I
for him.
tell you what though. And I almost brought this up last week. You talk about needle movers.
Hmm.
I was going to say that our biggest need, even though Knox might be the best long-term prospect, uh, Trier is the most polished rookie that we have in terms of offensive skill set. Our biggest needle mover is Mitchell Robinson. He is the guy who, if he's on the court, the Knicks are significantly better. It's actually not as easy to tank when he's in there and not in foul trouble because he just genuinely changes the dynamic of our team that much, you know.
Yeah, I
And
mean he's impressive. I mean
yeah,
that was a heck of a pick. You know,
yeah, yeah. Oh,
heck
we
of
drafted out of our minds this year.
yeah,
If we
heck of a
draft this well next year, I'm good with our
I
future.
mean, and then you look at like Damian Dotson and all these other guys that they have. I mean, it's they if they need 2 stars, if they can get 2 stars in there,
Oh, we
man.
good. Yeah, if and that's why even though I don't like the get rich quick schemes, the fact of the matter is if we did get those 2 free agents, we have the young talent around them to keep some of that young talent because now we got some decent shooters. But to also get rid of the rest, the ones who don't fit, and trade them in for veterans that would help fill out the roster. So the Knicks, they've put themselves in good position if they got those 2 free agents.
Yeah, man. I mean, you talking about like you adding like Durant and Jimmy Butler or Durant and Kyrie. Yeah, it gets different because with Mitchell Robinson out there, it gets different. It gets different. So you see how I allowed a conversation about the Knicks. You see how I just did that. You see how I did that.
I allow a conversation about Chicago,
Like I didn't
but you
even try.
like every time.
I even indulged it. Like I complimented Mitchell Robinson
You
because
only
it's
all you doing is
real.
trying to jinx us from getting 2 free agents. That's all this
No,
is.
like you know what? The Bulls are irrelevant in the free agent market anyway, so it doesn't even matter.
You
You
know,
might as
I
well
did hear somebody on ESPN, I think it was, talk about if y'all offer Laurie Marketing, y'all could get in the draft pick, y'all get Anthony Davis.
probably.
How would you feel about getting Anthony Davis for a year and losing Laurie Marketing and Rui Hachimura forever?
I don't think that that's a good thing to do, man.
Yeah,
I don't think it's a good thing to do at all. I just really I like Laurie.
yeah.
Is Laurie a better player than Anthony Davis? Probably no. He's not going to be a better
Well,
player than
10
Anthony
years
Davis.
of Laurie Marketing is better than 1 year of Anthony Davis, though.
And
So.
even if Anthony Davis was going to stay, right? It's been proven Anthony Davis is going to play 65, 66 games a season. Um, and as much as I love Anthony Davis alone and trying to put people around him who are lesser players than him has not proven to be a winning formula.
Yeah, I think Anthony Davis, he has to move to a winning situation because by himself, he's going to be what he was with the Pelicans, which is a guy who makes all the money. Not particularly fun to watch, which is something people don't talk about a whole lot. He's not a team. He's not a guy that is a great. He's not Zion Williamson.
You know what he is? He is Tim Duncan 2.0.
Yeah,
That's what he is. But he just
except
don't. But he don't win like
that's
that.
without the winning. He's Tim
Yeah,
Duncan without the winning.
yeah. You know, in terms of from a sheer entertainment value, though, watching him play, it's because he does a few more athletic things
No,
than
he's
Tim Duncan.
like when Sean Marion makes himself in the video game, you get
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's cool. And I'm sure a team is going to figure out how to make that work. But right now, you talk about needle movers. I think for a guy as good as he is, it's really amazing to watch how Giannis moves the needle so tremendously, and the entire basketball court changes shape according to where Giannis is. And Anthony Davis is that guy that has 25 points. You're like, I thought he had 9.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think a lot of it is that he is Giannis's ability to handle the ball is what changes it. And that's what Anthony Davis can't do. Like Giannis can literally control the ball like a point guard, and that's what changes everything.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis still needs you to give it to him. And
which is funny because he has a good ball handle.
yeah, but not like Giannis though.
He need to work on it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it'll ever get like I mean, Giannis is like
No,
he's
he's the biggest guard in the game.
yeah, you know, so it's just different. Like Giannis has the handle like this, and
Yeah,
Anthony Davis has the handle like this.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I'm looking forward to when we do our playoff breakdowns because I think it's really missing. Like people are not understanding what's happening in Milwaukee. Like you've been watching their games,
yeah, I mean, dude, they are beating them 4 times is going to be really
dude.
hard.
Like you talk about there's assists and there's assists, right? Like
Mhm.
when they talk about people drawing the defense and kicking, usually that's still a shot where there's a closeout. Giannis literally draws so much defense that sometimes he passes it to guys and they have time to line it up
Mhm.
according to the seams. Like you literally will see Chris Middleton catch the ball, spin that joint, and take his best possible, be his best possible self at the
But do
3-point line.
you know why though too? It's because he's not attacking from the same point every time.
Yeah.
You know, he's attacking sometimes he starts his drive not far away from his next closest teammate. And then what happens is when he gets to the basket, the teammate rolls to another point and it
And he
forces a
Euro step over this way. It's
yes.
really like when I said I've never seen, we talked about Giannis versus LeBron.
Mhm.
And I said I'd never seen anything like Giannis. Even though peak LeBron, I would say, is more athletic, greatest athlete I've ever seen. The fact that this year is his first injury ever, I think, is a testament to that. But that still doesn't take away from the fact that Giannis starts off like Paul George and ends up like Shaq in the same play.
Yeah.
I've never seen nothing like that before.
Yeah, it's wiltish down
Yeah,
by
like
close to the basket because he's so
dude, close to
long.
that, like he just dunk, like literally will dunk on 3 people. And this we talk about like the people moving around on the perimeter. He commands so much attention in the paint after he gets to the paint, and he always gets into the paint that it's almost like even though he's been hitting more 3-pointers lately, and it looks like he'll have a passable set shot to make you pay once in a while, to make you go for his pump fakes. I almost never want to see it because why does he need to shoot when he creates such great shots for everybody else?
Yeah, man. And the boy that boy is he's something different,
They're
man.
gonna, they're gonna have to deal with him. And oh, by the way, they don't. If people talk about them at the end of games, Milwaukee doesn't have a bad option at the end of games.
No.
Who do you not want to have the ball for Milwaukee at the end of game?
I mean, once he drives and he creates whatever he's going to create, all of those shooters out there are capable.
It's not just shooters; they got playmakers, right?
Yeah.
So obviously, Brook Lopez, he's a big man who shoots, so he's carrying it big out too. So that's two. That's almost two benefits in one, right? Having a shooter and a shooter who draws the center out of the paint. But Eric Bledsoe could catch and finish and get free throws and finish, shoot a mid-range shot in the lane. It's a good shot.
Mhm.
Chris Middleton gets you 3 different good shots.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And they just got what's his name? Was it Ilyasova they just got?
Yeah.
No,
No.
it was Mirotic.
Mirotic.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Man, I'm telling you.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, man. You talking about spacing the floor?
Like they have. It's funny because on an individual basis, Philadelphia has an individual all-star starting 5. But from a schematic standpoint, Milwaukee, you talk about fitting together the puzzle pieces, it's scary.
Yeah, man. They
It's scary.
beating them 4 times is going to be tough. It's going to be tough.